All right, let's start this off. What is everyone's New Year's resolutions, baby? I love to hear it because
how'd you know that that's what we were doing?
Because it's the new year, goddammit. That's what everyone talks about.
Oh no, we're not doing New Year's resolutions for ourselves. We're doing New Year's resolutions for our characters.
Oh, both.
Oh,
Gregory doesn't recognize years.
what do you reckon? You count yourself in years, though.
No,
No? What do you mean, no?
I count myself in lives taken.
Oh, Jesus.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm thousands of years old.
Maybe your New Year's resolution is to go back to years.
Right, I'm like, you have 4 something. 400 something, you know. My dad loses track every now and then.
New Year's resolutions?
New Year's resolutions. Sounds good. Let's start out with Tyson McKay. Tyson McKay, you know, you've had kind of a wild roller coaster of seasons on Dicey. What's your New Year's resolution for Tyson McKay for this second half of season 3?
Well, this was the year of the Rogar death.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if Lena died this year or last year.
Well, she was in season 2, so it was technically this year, but it was last season.
Gotcha. Okay. You know, probably let less people die around me. I think that's a good resolution.
Pick up your socks.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you, Tyson. Your actions up until this point have not indicated that was your goal.
Oh yeah, come down the hole. It's only like 10 feet. Yeah, just hop in.
That was like 5 episodes ago. Get over it.
I'm not.
It's just one of many examples.
You want less people to die around you, but yet you do shit like that.
You know what? New Year's resolution. I'm doubling down. More people dead.
Let's do it.
Okay. Fievel and what kind of New Year's resolution can we expect from the Rat Attack himself?
You know, I just want to get the family back together. You know, Riev has been out there tormenting everyone, and I just think a good old-fashioned brotherly love will really spark off this new year for Fievel.
You know, you said get the family together. I thought you meant bringing this D&D group closer together.
I know.
You meant between you and your
I knew immediately he was talking about the mouse folk.
I was hoping he was going to say us, but I was wrong.
Disappointed again.
Not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Gragrock the Destroyer, any New Year's resis for the big Warforged?
New Year's resolution. You know, that's a tough one, you know. And
yeah, it can't be that tough because at 10 o'clock this morning, I said to this guy, I'm giving you the heads up, we're doing New Year's resolutions. He was like, my own resolution? I was like, no, a resolution for your character. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm telling you now so you can think about it. Yeah. And then listen to what he hits you with. Ooh, hard to come up with one. Guys had 12 hours.
You know what I thought of? Absolutely 0 hours today?
No.
This.
I have a good one for you. To let more children of the towns draw chalk on your body, you know? Really let them draw some smiley faces, some suns. I think that would really add to how nice your character is, you know?
Yeah. You get some temporary tattoos.
Tattoos, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's my goal for the year.
Well, it's an easy one. We'll give you that.
All right.
No. Your resolution could be to get real tattoos.
Oh, get a cooler gnome that follows you.
My goal for this whole year is to
crush you.
Sweet hentai.
All right, first episode of the new year. Teams already at each other's throats. Okay, so sorry. Fake tattoos, real tattoos, an actual resolution, perhaps.
Hello?
Hello?
I can see him trying to think. It's painful, but it's coming.
Maybe eating, you know? You've been starving yourself the whole past year. Maybe putting some food down that gullet once in a while.
Starving himself for the past fucking thousands that he's killed, apparently, because that's what he goes by.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe you could take up a fucking vice like the rest of us, okay? Smoke or drink or do something.
Yeah. Smoke a doobie schnack with me. You'll like it.
You know, you got classics, knitting. You can knit up some nice scarves.
Dude, Fievel's dropping bombs on you right now.
I want to finally see slime blast off. You know, we've yet to see that happen.
That is fair.
Yeah.
God, let's hope it doesn't take a fucking year.
Yeah. And last but not least, we have Dabbledob. Resolution for your boy, the gnome wizard.
Get rich. No matter what the cost.
Get rich, die trying.
Yeah.
And so when you say that's your resolution, can we just expect that you're going to have some forethought and planning as to how you're
It's
going to get
also
rich?
his
Or are you
life
just going
motto.
to immediately take any opportunity that allows you to gain financially?
Get rich no matter what the cost.
Okay, no, I understand that. I was wondering if you're going to be starting a business or if you're going to
Oh,
be...
fuck businesses. Like,
You're looting dungeons.
bounty hunting, probably.
Bounty hunting.
Yeah, head
Selling
hunting,
your body.
Something
You know?
killing wise.
His dream is to roll around on a cart filled with gold coins.
Mm.
I'm going to bathe in gold coins.
Yeah, they're not a liquid, dude. They're a solid.
I'm going to.
I got some great news for you. There's, Ryov is always looking for someone to take out his mouse brother. Does not want to reunite with him. You could always work for the Rimouski tribe.
Sign me the fuck up.
Take
How
out-
much dead? How much alive? How much to bring his head?
Ryov doesn't really want him alive, and if he was going to take him, you just throw him back in the pit, right? But then the risk there is 2 weeks and he gets out of the pit, and then you got a whole other scenario like we've got on our hands right now. No,
Yeah.
I think the Rimouski tribe is not a rich tribe, but you could definitely be compensated for it.
See, if they're not rich, though, how do I expect to get rich?
You know, sheep
This is
cuts sell
obviously
good on the
canon.
black
We've
market
gone into
there.
this a little bit. There's a little mouse folk war that's going on right now in Norian.
I'll
Oh.
crush it.
The Rimouskis are part of that conflict.
Are they? I thought you said they weren't.
Oh no, the Rimouskis. Well, buddy, the Rimouskis are a backwater tribe to say the least. But
Who's the good guys and who's the bad guys?
I'm
Who
not
has
telling
more
you-
money?
I'm not. Who has more money?
Yeah.
The North has more money.
Well, that's the team that I'm with then.
Of course.
Can Tyson also be a part of this war? Like as a single army?
As a single army,
Yes.
I don't know if the mouse folk are going to want you intruding on their conflict.
I want to eradicate all the mouse.
Okay, so that just sounds like genocide, not war.
I said I wanted to kill more in this season.
Okay, Hitler, calm down.
You know, in Over the Hedge, when all the animals are just trying to find food, and then the exterminator shows up and tries to annihilate them all. That's
Like over the
that's-
head shit.
Yeah,
Yes.
Over the hedge reference.
that's Tyson. Yeah,
How's Disney Plus going?
quite well. Yeah,
So good.
yeah.
You know what I imagine? So the mouse war that's going on. I just imagine the scene from Ratatouille where they flood into the kitchen.
Yeah.
I just imagine that, like, just on both sides, just roaring in.
This is exactly like Ratatouille. And the chef guy is the Drake.
Yes.
Fievel
Linguini?
pulls him like a puppet.
Fievel
Yes. Greeny.
No, wait, so no. What, you never gave us your resolution.
Yeah.
No, I think my resolution is to paint more pictures and tell more stories. You know what I mean? As a DM, I think you can always be improving on the way that you're painting the world for your players. I think you could always be more detailed. And sometimes
Detail.
I try and be very, very detailed. And when I make a conscious effort at it, I think I'm better at it. But sometimes, given the circumstance, I think I could up my game consistently and become much better at that.
Well done.
Let's start.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Dicey D20. My name is Noah, Dungeon Master, and I am joined here by our players. We have Fievel Mausentrav. Fievel, how is it going, my mouse folk dude?
Things are going good. You know, we fought off some giant bats last time, and we are making our way up the mountain. And I'm excited to find the abominable snowman.
Sorry, what?
You heard
Abominable
me.
snowman.
The abominable, yeah.
No, I did. It was just an incredulous what. You know that you're not on a quest for an abominable snowman, right? Like, you know that.
What?
I don't think he does.
Oh
I don't
my
know what
God.
we're doing, to be honest.
We're also
Linguini
joined by
told me
Tyson.
otherwise.
Tyson.
Yeah, 2020, new year, new me, new Tyson.
That was my line.
I know.
God.
Yeah, so my new bit is going to be copying whatever Dabbledob does and doing it better. Or worse.
Try.
Better or worse, just copying. Copying is the theme there.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Tyson. We're also joined by Dabbledob Doppet. Dabbledob, how's it going, you wizard you?
New year, new me.
Boo.
The original. Get off.
It was my line. He stole it.
Your worst Tyson is what they'll say.
No, I'm gonna live by it. I'm gonna crush some more shit. I'm gonna kill some more shit, and I'm gonna try to be a better all around person.
That's good. Well,
You said you wanted to get rich.
Yeah. You said I want to get more rich. I want to do anything it takes to get rich. And now you're saying I want to be a better person. I'm just wondering if those don't conflict.
No. Straight line. Parallel, baby.
Yeah, well, gotcha. Parallel. We are also joined by Gragrock the Destroyer. Gragrock, how's it going?
Good.
That's it.
Ready,
So enthusiastic.
Ready to slay Batman.
Slay Batman?
Yeah, Batman, yeah.
I'm confused as to what you
What do
guys
you mean? We're fighting bats.
Yeah, there's obviously a bigger, badder
Yeah,
bat.
there's
and it's
definitely,
Batman.
There's definitely a king bat.
Okay.
I think the snowman is more likely.
Thank you.
It's not. It's not. You're much more likely to find Bruce Wayne dressed up as Batman at the top of this mountain than you are to find the abominable snowman.
Well, now I'm sad.
New year, new me, and I'm still just as fucking disappointed in you guys.
Hell yeah.
Consistency is key, baby.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start with a recap of last episode. For a toasty 1,000 experience points, my friends, 1K in the experience point bank. Who would like to give... No, shaking the head. Who would like to give us a recap?
All right, I'll do it.
last
We didn't do
episode.
much. So our valiant heroes, Fievel and Tyson, journeyed up the mountain on their 64 wolves. We came to an intersection. We could go left and down or up. I don't know if it was right. I think it was just up. And we went up and sent Travis down. And he found a bat thing that attacked it and then woke all the other bats up. And these are like giant bats. And then Fievel and I had to fight some, killed some, scared some away. They ran into Dabbledob and Gregory, who then began to fight them and fought less than we did. But I want to just point that out.
No, that's definitely important to point out for sure.
It is very important. And yeah, then they killed their share, and I don't know. They woke up, so I don't know if Dabbledob got his full rest, which is funny.
Did not get his full rest, but we can get to that when we pick things up. So first and foremost, yes, Tyson McKay, that was a apt description of last episode. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Take your 1,000 experience points. And before we begin, does anyone have any level ups that they'd like to discuss with the group? Do we have any level ups last session?
My pen doesn't work.
Jesus Christ.
Is that why you're not leveling up? Because you can't fucking write it down?
That's exactly
That's
what.
demotion.
Well, thank you for sharing, Tyson McKay. It's very important. So we didn't have any level ups. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns before we begin?
No, let's get down.
Let's get down and dirty.
Yeah, let's complete something for once in
Yeah.
3 episodes.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, as Tyson
Coming
McKay...
from the wolf milker.
Oh yeah, I milked a wolf. I forgot that.
Yeah, dude, I gotta say, you're
10 to 15 minutes of gameplay. No, I milked the wolf. Are you seriously trying to milk this wolf? Yes. Okay,
I
roll
did
for
it pretty well.
roll for it.
I think I drank some.
Riveting.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, as Tyson McKay aptly described, last we left off, Fievel and Tyson had fought off more bats, 9 to be exact, of these large-sized creatures that kind of prowl on all fours, leaping around these massive, expansive cave systems upon Tol Grond. There is a long, winding staircase which is heading up the mountain with nearly 40 to 60-foot ceilings above you. You're in this open, expansive cave, which is quite humid, and you can hear the trickling of water down stalagmites and stalactites in the cave system. Further back down at the plateau, we had Gregory and Dabbledob as well as Amara, and Dabbledob was taking a long rest. Now, Dabbledob, as per the rules of long rests, because the fight was no more than a couple minutes, we're not going to have that actually interrupt your long rest, so whatever you were able to get done beforehand, you can just continue on, right?
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, the fight was...
You just open your eyes, boom, boom, bat.
And gone again.
Yeah, it seems unfair to cap you like that, you know what I mean? To take away the hours of rest that you had achieved.
And for that, I
Kneecap his
thank you.
ass.
No, Tyson, I do all that, save all that for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Fantastic. So we are going to start things off with Dabbledob and Gregory and, of course, Amara on that plateau in the middle
I
of
hate her.
Yeah.
I'm going night.
You're going to bed.
Fuck yeah.
I understand where you're coming from. You gotta get your spell slots back.
Yes, sir.
You're a tuckered out little wizard, eh?
Yeah, well, it's been a long, hard day.
It's all that wacky tobacco that you've been sniffing on, you know?
It's not fucking tobacco. It's that good.
So, Gregory, is there anything that you and Amara, or you personally, would like to do while your boy Dabbledob is resting? You get to rest as well, just kind of go in sentinel mode. Amara's got to rest too. She's, more injured than she's
I was assuming she was going back to sleep.
Yeah.
Wait, ask her what she was doing with that beetle. You know, we never really realized what she was doing.
When she held it there in place?
Yeah.
She's mind fucking it.
Well, I want specifics.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
No need to delve into it. Gregory figured it out. No, it's good. I mean, she is resting. I mean, she's going to rest like Dabbledob's going to rest if you...
Shake her awake.
So I'll just, sentinel mode, stand guard kind of thing. I don't really need to rest, but I mean, I guess I will.
Just sweet talk her a bit and then bring it up.
Sounds good.
You know?
Yeah.
But she's napping.
Say, hey, baby, your blue color looks good in this light. What's up with that mind thing that you did?
I think we should just leave this for when you guys rejoin the group. That'd be great. Or when the group rejoins you. However you guys see it. I assume you're the heroes of your own story. All right.
Yes.
With Team B, right? Just in terms of positioning on the mountain slope.
Suck
with
it.
Team B taking a nap in the cave.
We will accept Team A1 and nothing else.
Team A1 is resting.
Yeah, or Team State Sauce will also accept.
Team A1 or Steak Sauce is currently resting at the plateau. We are now going to transition things over to our good friends, Tyson McKay and Fievel Mazentrov. Tyson McKay and Fievel, you guys have just repelled the 9 large bats, mutated creatures and horrors, which leapt out from the darkness upon discovering Trevis and other creatures in their cave system. Some of them tried to flee, and there are no eyes on you guys at this moment. What is it that you would like to do?
I stare at Fievel and put eyes on him.
So what the fuck you looking at, human?
We got those killed. I mean, I don't even think I got hit that round. So let's keep going. We got to get to the top. We got to keep going. No stop.
Okay. Well, I mean, we lost some wolves there, but
Dabbledob raises a good point, I think.
It's a point.
Let your wizard just take a quick fucking nap, and then we'll do it as a gang.
Don't worry. If Fievel goes down, we know where to get some prize money for his corpse.
Right.
So there's a week journey from the Cobalt Isles to the Enora. There's a week journey along the Enora. There's 3 weeks of a journey from the Enora back to Malvista. You want to take a 5-week-old mouse carcass that's large in size and ferry it back to Malvista to receive whatever pittance the Murmuski tribe's going to give you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said get rich by any means necessary.
Any means necessary. You think we're above hauling dead mouse folk?
I thought I was pretty clear on that.
I don't think you are. It's whether or not Tyson allows it to happen. He said he wasn't going to
allow
as
it.
many people. So New Year's resolutions mean nothing.
All
for the
we gotta
players
do
this
is
year.
convince
Buddy,
the Drake.
I'm following mine.
No, you know I love you. You think it's all good?
All we gotta do is convince the Drake that Fievel's gotta be taken back home to be buried with his family, and he'll take us there. We'll be there in no time.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. What do you think happens when Fievel's fucking creation magic Beastmaster shit stops flowing through that Drake's veins?
It might shrink a little, probably. Probably lose its wings, another head, all the cool enhancements.
fuck.
Yeah, probably a waste of life after that.
I'm gonna avatar that shit. You know when they stick their hair in the...
oh
Yeah,
god,
do you?
Yeah.
you're sick.
You didn't see a sweet braid off the back of his head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have it flowing right now.
Yeah.
But I can just quickly braid it up and insert.
Right.
You guys were always confused why I was hanging around the back of horses. Now you know. He's connecting to their soul.
He's fucking them.
You're really mind fucking them, eh?
Yeah.
You and Amara are just 2 peas in a pod.
Meant to be, maybe.
That's why Gregory loves her so much.
Yeah, it's like the female version of Al. I'm so torn. Dabbledob's my friend and I can't fuck him.
It's like that episode of Black Mirror.
Oh, yeah, the Striking Vipers.
Yeah.
Oh, what an episode. Not gonna lie to you. absolutely understood where they were coming from. I'm just kidding. Empathized all the way. Regardless, we are going to pick things up with Tyson, McKay, and Fievel. So you guys are heading up the mountain, you're saying, not back down towards the group.
I mean, yeah.
Right? Yeah, we gotta get out of these caves. We can't just make camp here and wait for them.
Yeah, we're going up.
Get eaten alive. And my wolves. What will happen to them?
Yeah, they'll disappear like the other ones. It's fine. That's not what I'm worried about.
I grab Tyson by his whatever the hell he's wearing, and I shake him and I say, it's not fine.
Nothing. I'm wearing nothing.
Okay, you're not. You're wearing clothes. You've been wearing clothes.
Fine.
At no point in this did you say you're taking clothes off. So
I grab his weenus,
though. Large mouse folk. This always derails so fast between the two.
And you wonder why you don't get anywhere.
Again, this is player interaction, so you can do as you wish.
Mask beasts?
Hey, only I command them. They're masking, alright? Give them a break. They just lost some brothers and sisters moments ago.
Do they have genders?
I look at them in the eyes and I say, I think so.
Okay.
You milked one.
We don't know what I got out of it. Alright, so we're going up the mountain then.
Yeah. Mask beast.
We're
going up the mountain.
Are you telling me? I mean,
yeah, I'm telling you.
Okay, you're telling me. Alright, so our adventurers Tyson McKay and Fievel Mazentrov are hopping back onto the ethereal wolves summoned by Hear Me Cry, the spell by Fievel Mazentrov, and they are heading up the mountain. The incline becomes more steep here, adventurers. And as you climb the staircases, Tyson McKay kind of straddling a wolf, like riding one. Yes.
Yeah.
Fievel's still trying to lie down on the wolves, or are you taking a more sensible approach to it?
I sat up during the battle, but it's time to lie back down, relax a little bit.
I'm just saying it's quite a steep incline here for these wolves. I'm not sure you're going to stay on their backs as easily as you think you will.
You're just bouncing down the wolf.
Fine, I'll turn around and just hold on to whatever one is underneath me.
Okay, fantastic. So,
I feel bad for that one.
As you climb the stairs, the cave system sometimes lets in rain from overhead with small pockets of, it's light, but obviously there's that raging storm going on outside the cavern's ceilings. So sometimes rain pours down through cracks in the shale, and you notice that there's actually somewhat of an ecosystem at work here. In the distance, you can hear, especially Fievel with your large mouse ears, as you guys are attuned to picking up the sounds of nocturnal predators that fly through the air and snatch unsuspecting mouse folk. You hear the sounds of the bats flying in the distance, but also the small and minute buzzing sounds of many insects fluttering around the cave. And on the ground, it's hard to see through the carpet of wolves, which is carrying you guys up there, but there are many what look to be isopod-like and scorpion-like insects in the cave as well. Many bugs. And if you guys have ever seen a cave fisher, you know what a cave fisher looks like? Imagine a scorpion that's like super blind without a venomous tail, right? Okay. So they're just there to like catch insects on rocks. It seems to be a thriving ecosystem of larger insects and these large bat-like creatures. So as you guys ascend through the mountain, you can hear these bats in the distance, but they seem to be preoccupied and not so much focused on you at this point.
Whew. Thank goodness.
Yeah, let's keep it that way.
Shut up, Fievel.
Hey, gotta keep some of the insects for us.
What?
To eat them. You think the bats are gonna get all the good stuff?
Sorry, you want
do
to
mice eat
the insects?
Yeah.
Mice do eat insects, I guess.
Fievel's great plan to kill the bats is starve them out, eat all their food supply before they can eat it.
Not gonna lie to you, okay, huge diversion, but I saw this crazy video online of a praying mantis literally eating a mouse. Like, you can see the strike. Like, this thing is like a small praying mantis, like that big, right?
Yeah, there's
this
killers.
Massive mouse, like a large mouse that walks by, and this mantis just like waits and waits and waits, and then there's this mouse, and just boom, grabs it, and then he's like biting into its neck, and he's just like ripping its fucking head off and just like chewing into it, and it's just sitting there like,
eating it while it's still fucking alive.
Yeah, dude, and he's just holding it, and the mouse is like trying to move, obviously, and the praying mantis is just like, nope, gotcha, bitch.
Is this what foreshadowing is?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Please.
And out of the wall leaps
No, none of
Next
these,
time on Dicey D20. Double. Get out of the mantis's claws.
no, none of these insects appear to be larger than Fievel. In fact, these cave fissures on the ground, these blind insects, which are nabbing smaller flies off of the walls and out of the air, they're almost 20 centimeters in length. So they're quite large for insects. And it appears that the bats are feeding on them, in addition to the insects flying around the cave, which are mostly flies, not like, the flies that are attracted to dung, but rather almost mosquito-like in their appearance and in their wing structure. And those are quite large as well, almost the size of a baseball in terms of the diameter of their wings. So quite large insects fluttering around. They do approach Fievel and Tyson McKay, and they attempt to land on you guys.
Get off me! I light my fire.
Take out my weapon, yeah.
Okay, so quite a serious reaction to just a couple bugs trying to... Notice that I didn't say roll initiatives, I just said a couple bugs are trying to land on them.
And the mosquito hits you with itchy sting.
I need some polysporin.
What is that? Oh, it's Final Space. We should go in guns blazing. Free fire from the hip. Just trying to whip their weapons out, blasting in every direction. No, so look, guys, they're trying to land on you, potentially bite you, suck some blood, but it's not an all-out offensive. You need that blood, and I understand that. It's not an all-out offensive, and, Tyson, you incinerate a few bugs that are trying to land on you. Fievel, you're pulling out... Sorry, what was it again that you're pulling out?
I haven't tried out the new greatsword yet. Maybe this is time.
Okay, Fievel, can I get you to... you pull out this greatsword. You got all 4 of your mousefolk hands on it. It's quite a large weapon, almost 6+ feet in its length. Can you please roll me an attack roll to try and hit the one solitary insect that tried to land on you?
How about 17?
That is more than enough, Fievel. You slice the insect down, chopping its body in half, and it falls to the ground.
How much XP?
Take that.
You gain 5 XP.
Oh my god.
This gotta be
we can milk it here,
gotta
Tyson.
Be a joke.
This is XP grinding fields. You sit here, you hit bug after bug after bug.
No, I'm good. I just
An
need
8-foot mousefolk finds a legendary sword.
Its first
meant
kill
to be wielded by debatably gods.
And its first kill is
and he's
fucking
swatting
insect.
bugs with it.
Does that make you sick as a warforge?
Oh, it does. It makes me sick as a weapons master.
Oh, yeah, that.
Hey, I gotta make sure it works.
Absolutely disrespectful to the weapon.
Yeah, I'm gonna request that you can't act on this information. You can't be disgusted as Gregory. You can be disgusted as yourself if you want right now. I'm just saying you can't harbor this resentment for him in the future.
No, you can.
You absolute filth.
Okay. The next minutes pass by, almost 30, passing through these dense clouds of insects. And at various points, as you guys are moving a little bit slower up the mountain, because it is quite steep of an incline here, large bats, larger than the ones before, swoop overhead and take out insects from above you. It appears that when there's a viable food source and they're not being threatened, quote unquote, they do not attack openly.
Okay, I duck a little bit on the wolf.
For sure, yeah. they're not within feet of you. The ceilings here are nearly 60 feet high. So you just see these bats moving up and above you guys. They're echolocating. So whether it's from all the massive feedback from the thousands of insects that's in the cavern, that's kind of masking you guys and your sounds and your presence, you're not sure, but they do not appear openly hostile.
I thought they just hungry. I was going to say, fill your pockets with bugs. Just start tossing bugs out.
Yeah, no, we're gonna play it cool and smart, like we've never done before.
Thank God you put that in.
Okay, Fievel, you have been traveling up the mountain for another 15 minutes, I believe. If my timer is correct, you've only got 10 minutes remaining on your wolves. Is that accurate?
Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's accurate.
Disbelief, and then, that is indeed the case. Okay, so climbing for another 10 minutes, the wolves slowly, one by one, begin to fade and disappear. So you guys don't all of a sudden immediately, fall to the ground. You notice that the spell is ending.
Tyson, what's happening?
I assume the spell's ending.
Save them, Tyson.
I start punching one.
Okay, you understand that these wolves, while they're not under the directive of Fievel Trov, just respond to threats naturally, right? So if something attacks them, they just naturally attack it.
I say sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, are you punching the wolf you're on, or are you punching the wolf beside the wolf that you're on?
The one that I look for one that's disappearing and I punch it.
Okay, you look for a wolf that slowly begins to fade back into the ethereal. You punch it, it snarls at you and begins to snap towards you, but fades into non-existence. Congratulations, you also gain 5 experience points.
Nice.
Oh my god, more XP farm.
You're enabling shit behavior.
I was gonna say, just keep casting them, Fievel. I'm gonna kill so many.
Okay, Fievel, the next few minutes pass, and eventually your wolves recede, and the magic dispels, ends. And you are both now on the steps of Tol Grand, insects overhead, some bats overhead as well, but no more wolves to ride up the mountain.
I get on Fievel's back and I say, mask, beast, mask.
Fievel, are you letting him get on your back, or are you resisting this?
I'll allow it, you know? I've been doing it sometimes the Beastmaster has to take the beast roll, you know?
This legendary sword.
Okay, gotcha. Really, that's the Beastmaster has to take the beast roll? Seems
It's in his name.
Seems a little counterintuitive, but that's fine. Okay, so Fievel, you obviously, Tyson McKay can be on your back. You know, you're a large creature, and most folk, when they can, if they're moving quickly, they want to run on all fours. Is that the case, or are you just walking upright and carrying Tyson like a backpack?
What, you think I'm some animal or something? I'm gonna run on all fours? Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
And you have a feat.
Yeah, do it.
You have a feat called Scurry, where you move on all fours and you move faster. I was assuming that this was like known to you.
And you literally just said you were going to play the part of the beast.
Only he can play it both ways. No, it's natural. Sometimes the Beastmaster has to play the part of the beast. You think I'm an animal being on all fours? How dare you?
Yeah, okay, I'll get into scurry mode and...
Alright, so you get into scurry mode and head up the mountain even further. The steps at certain points here become nearly a vertical surface. You know, you're looking at an incline of nearly 75 degrees. So you're climbing almost straight up at certain points, where it levels off and then becomes a little bit of a more gradual incline as you go. But
Who built these steps?
Over the next 15 minutes, light begins to penetrate through the cavern much more, and the steps that you see and the great ceilings overhead that were 40 to 60 feet in height at various points begin to open up and create this open fissure as opposed to that closed-in cavern system. No more insects seem to fly here, as you know, there's actually a lot more wind movement in this fissure because it's open to the elements. And in addition to that, there is rain pouring down the steps, making them slippery. But Fievel, obviously, you've got your nice little mousefolk pads on your feet. You know, your grip into the surfaces. Climbing with Tyson McKay, I'm not going to require any strength checks from you, but eventually the fissure gets to a point where you're walking no longer directly vertical or next to it, but rather it is almost completely flat and even. The steps are gradual, and this open fissure seems to wind and curve to the right. It is nearly, well, it's as far as you can see into this storm ahead of you, at the very least, and the walls begin to kind of narrow. So it's no longer this expansive cave system, but rather more like a fissure in a tunnel with the walls much closer, nearly 10 feet on either side of you.
I say, whoa, boy, whoa.
I turn my head back and I ask him for food. I need nourishment, Tyson.
Yeah, I was going to pull out a piece of cheese for you. I had the same idea.
It's like you rode me like an animal.
I pull out a nice slice of cheese from my backpack and I say, here you go, buddy. Thanks for the ride.
All right, I
should
eat
have
it.
been dangling it in front of him the whole time.
What is he, an animal? You piece of shit.
100 experience points.
No, eat
All right, so I'm gonna get off of him.
Fantastic. All right, adventurers, you have reached the top of Tol Grand. There's this fissure, this narrow passageway, which continues to head slightly up and into the center of the mountain of Tol Grand. Up ahead, you can see large peaks which are beyond the fissure, and the winds are blowing quite severely. The further you move out of the cave system, what is it that you would like to do?
Well, Fievel, we've had a good life. Let's jump.
Oh my god.
You think what I'm thinking?
2020 new me.
200 experience points.
Should we wait for the other guys here? Seems like a good checkpoint.
Now you guys want to fucking wait?
We're at the top, teetering on the edge of a cliff. All right, this is a good place for a nap, guys. You guys want to take a rest up here or what?
I mean, we could perception check to see if we can find something.
You mean like a place to nap or just what's around us?
Well, I mean, like if we find the artifact like super easy, then we can go down and they don't even have to climb all the way up. We save Dabbletop some nap time.
Well, it's never this easy though. There's going to be some...
Yeah, you just... All you gotta do is make it to the top of the stairs.
Okay, so you perception check, Tyson McKay. Can you roll me a d20, please?
That's an 18.
With your perception check, Tyson McKay, it appears that as far as you can see into the storm, because there is obviously rain and gusts of wind, and it's quite dark up here. It seems like the storm legitimately blocks out the sun. Nearly 100 feet in front of you, you can see that this path continues winding to the right, slightly on an incline, and towards what appears to be a very lone, tall peak, which is up and ahead. The cavern and fissure walls, which are ascending directly up on either side of you, are nearly 80 feet in their height. But as you continue to walk upwards, you notice that the height of the fissure walls seem to recede as obviously the stairs continue upwards ever so gently.
Well, I don't know. It's up to you, Fievel. Do you want to rest or do you want to grab the thing?
Well, do we know if it's
As I point
close?
to the place where we're supposed to go. Yeah, 100 feet.
Okay.
It's not, you can see 100 feet. It's a bend in the fissure as well, right?
Yeah, and I can only go as far as I can see, Noah.
Okay.
I mean...
No, I assume it's up that peak, and I point towards it.
Okay. Yeah, let's just walk up there and watch our step, and yeah, it seems like we're close to what we're looking for.
All right, so let's mosey on over.
Okay, so our adventurers are going to continue to mosey on over through the fissure and towards the peak of the mountain, walking along this narrow passageway with stone closing in closer and closer on either side of you. It eventually gets to the point where the passageway in the fissure, these large walls of stone on either side of you, there's about 6 feet of room between each of the sides of this fissure, and there are no longer steps, but rather just a rock path, which is in front of you. It is not worked in any way, it's just natural stone, and the rock is very wet and slippery from the rains. And it's actually, as you guys communicate with each other, should we go forward? Should we wait here? It's actually quite hard to hear each other over the strength of the winds. You're relatively protected, being inside the fissure, but it's still quite loud.
Well, I guess I shout then.
Come over here to come in your hair?
Weird request.
Plus 300 experience points.
Man, that took a sudden turn.
Slowly but surely, I'll get that next level up, baby.
God.
Do you want to keep moving, Fievel?
What?
Perfect. The guy knows exactly what to do. It is hard to hear each other. I'll leave it up to you guys.
I point over to try and communicate.
You lead the way.
I feed you hay?
I just shove him.
Okay, I lead the way.
Hope he gets the idea. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So our adventurers are going to continue on through the fissure, and eventually, gentlemen, turning the bend, the fissure here opens up into what appears to be a large basin or bowl, this plateau at the top of Tol Grant. Now, the walls around the bowl are immense, so they are nearly 50 feet in the air, and they kind of create this, Colosseum-style walls around this plateau at the top of Tol Grant. Okay, the winds are howling overhead, and the winds do dip into the bowl here, but it is very, very difficult to hear each other. You are not impeded in terms of movement speed, but flight here will be next to impossible. This much you can definitely tell Fievel.
Welcome to your graveyard.
The top of Tol Grant.
You made it to the battlefield.
So you're at the edge of this large, expansive top of Tol Grant. Now, there are walls, as I said, which erupt from the sides of the mountain up and around you, and there's open sky above you. But much like the cave systems that you're in before, horizontally out from you and around the walls of this plateau, there is these dark, expansive caverns, which seem to kind of encompass almost the entirety of the rest of the basin, aside from the entrance from the fissure. Okay? Directly in the center of this very, very large, expansive plateau is a boulder. It is roughly 6 feet in diameter.
That's not going to fit in my pocket, Fievel.
That's a nice boulder, I'd say.
Plus 500 experience points.
Can I perception check the boulder?
You're nearly 60 feet from the boulder.
Yes, and I'd like to keep it that way.
Don't poke the boulder, man.
Just roll it down the mountain.
The only way to roll it down would be to take it down the fissure that you guys, unless you think that these cave systems up in front of you and around the basin would lead back down the mountain as well. Perception checking the boulder, you're 60 feet away, Tyson. Okay, it's a boulder.
Or so he thinks.
It's black in terms of its coloration, slightly darker than the rest of the stone, which makes up Tol Grond.
Well, hold on. Travis came back. It's been 10 minutes. I'll send him to scout it out.
True.
Okay, so Travis is going to fly out from Fievel's hand, materializing out of the ethereal plane. He's going to fly towards that boulder, and you want him to inspect it?
Yes.
Okay. So the boulder, Fievel, as you can see through Travis's eyes, appears to have strange runes and carvings all around its exterior. They swirl and they intertwine. There does not appear to be any script on it, but rather these very jagged, grooved lines.
Turn to Tyson and I tell him it's some kind of mousefolk writing. I've never seen it before.
Roll me a fucking deception check, please.
A 12?
Yeah, it's not super convincing, but it's also very, very hard to hear each other over these winds. So Tyson McKay, you're not even really sure what he said.
I don't even know how to read. Well, what do you think? Should we just roll the boulder down towards Dabbledub and Gregory? Might make them fight it?
Yeah.
Fight the boulder.
Yeah, boulder v. boulder, you know?
Yeah.
Try me. You want to just maybe wait for us?
Well, I know it's a trap.
Thanks, Captain Fucking Obvious.
I mean, it hasn't done anything yet. We could just chill here until the other heroes make it up.
Get Travis to peck it.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
So they're like, what is this? It says T-Rap. T-Rap. God, that sounds an awful lot like trap. What does that say? It says stand here.
It's a big X right there.
Do we wait for them, or do you want to keep going, Tyson?
Listen, Fievel, they look down on us like we're scum. We gotta prove ourselves somehow.
It's the first bit of sense he's made all day.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Travis, peck the shit out of this thing.
If I wake up from you guys running down this fucking mountain away from whatever the fuck's gonna come, I will kill you myself.
Well, you have to kill the thing that's chasing us first.
No, I don't fucking care. I'm on his team.
Wow. It's like me and the beetle.
What are you guys doing? We're with you, big guy.
So you're getting Travis to peck it?
I am.
Nice.
Okay, so Travis pecks the boulder to no effect. You cannot hear the clicking sound. Obviously, it's much too loud here with the winds, which are surrounding this plateau. However, Travis pecks the boulder, pecks away, and nothing occurs. The boulder makes no attempt to retaliate against the pecking.
Oh, gosh.
Poop on it.
Tricky
Peck harder.
Divulge your secrets.
Show us your treasures.
Wait, what if the piece that you picked up that we got from the last spot, what if that like activates the runes? Maybe it's just like a simple openy up trap thing.
I don't
Wait,
think
so
that's
there's
the
language
case.
on it, right?
No, there are swirling carved patterns on the rock, on its exterior.
No. Well, inspect that a little more and know if it's like Elvish or something like that.
Come on, patterns. It's the work of the devil, obviously.
Well, like what kind of
yes.
patterns? Like maybe you can do like a
All
history
patterns
check
are the
on
devil's
like
work.
on like where these
Yeah,
runes
Buddy
came
doesn't
from.
wear two different kinds of cloth on his person. Because that's the devil's work too.
Should we just try and move the boulder? Because I can do it.
You? Human?
Do it.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, let's move it.
Okay, I'm gonna cast stone wall underneath it
Okay.
and lift it up.
Can you just have like move earth or something?
Yeah, I could, but this is more fun.
Or can't I use my pure strength?
You would have to walk over to the boulder to do that. You're currently at the edge of this plateau.
Yeah, you're walking in the viewing area. You have to get into the main trap area to really...
Yeah, I figure casting this, at least we're far away.
Okay. Yeah, do it up.
Okay, so Tyson McKay, you're casting Stone Wall beneath the boulder.
Yeah.
Your stone wall begins to rise underneath the boulder. However, the stone does not push the boulder up, but rather stone rises on either side of the boulder, and the boulder maintains its position vertically. It does not move up with the rest of the wall. So your stone literally grows around it and moves around it, but the boulder remains where it is.
Looks like he can't do it by pure strength.
Oh, God.
Some bullshit.
Looks like magic.
Shit boulder.
So, Fievel, Tyson, have you guys reached a conclusion about what you'd like to try on the boulder next?
Go up and introduce yourself. Don't be shy.
Hello, my name's Tyson McKay, and I come from a small village. I have no parents.
Continue.
No, let's just walk. I'm walking up to the boulder.
All right.
Okay, so Tyson McKay,
Hi, I'm Boldy.
you begin to walk into the large plateau with the heightened walls of stone around you, the open skies above, which are dark, ominous. Rain patters down onto the stone, and there are high winds. Fievel, are you approaching with Tyson McKay, or are you letting him walk in there?
I approach with him.
Okay.
Apes strong together.
Fievel, with your mousefolk wings even folded down at your sides, these large gusts of wind pick up and sometimes catch the flaps and folds of your wings, pushing you forward and moving you around the large plateau.
Oh, God.
This, Fievel, for you is going to be considered difficult terrain.
But I'm a mouse.
Cut your wings off.
I grab my knife.
Oh, God.
Get
You don't
away.
need to cut them off. You just need to cut some slats in the back for the ear to get out.
Okay. So, Tyson McKay, you continue to approach towards the boulder. You're nearly 30 feet away. What would you like to do?
Hello, Mr. Boulder.
Okay, so you call out, hello, Mr. Boulder, but the boulder does not respond because it's a fucking boulder.
We can be friends.
Okay, you say we can be friends as you continue to approach. You're now 20 feet away from the boulder.
My friend Rogar will protect me. He's in heaven now.
You're 10 feet away from the boulder. What would you like to do?
Perception check it now.
Okay, so you perception check the boulder. Again, sight is difficult here just because of the high winds. You know, your eyelids, you're rapidly closing your eyes, blinking, trying to, see through the rain, the heavy downpour, and see through the gusts of wind. But in addition to the swirling carvings, which are on the large boulder, nearly 6 feet in diameter, you also see the imprint of a hand. The imprint is nearly 2.5 times the size of a human being's hand.
So like your boy Greg's? hand?
Larger than Greg's. Two times the size of Gregory's hand.
Well, put my hands together. We got magic, baby.
Plus 100 experience points. Congratulations. That's great math. Yeah.
Math, baby.
Fucking math.
All right, you are 10 feet away from the boulder. What is it that you would like to do?
Can I perception check for any traps?
Yeah, absolutely. Can you roll me a d20, please?
I think it's a little fucking late for that.
That's a 19.
So you do not notice any quote-unquote traps. There's no mechanical traps or natural traps around the boulder. There's no, ledge to slip down, or there's no false floor in front of you. I mean, this is natural rock with this large, dark stone, nearly 6 feet in diameter, almost 10 feet from you.
Do I notice any magical traps?
You do not notice any magical traps either.
Must be fine then. Yeah, fuck it. Let's continue. Yeah, well, let's go, buddy. There's nothing.
I'm trying. The wind's pushing me.
So Fievel, it just, your movement speed is halved because it is difficult terrain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can still move forward. It just takes you a lot more effort to do so and a lot more time to do so securely, so that the winds don't literally pull you up and into the air or push you around the ground.
Yeah, well, just give me a quick 10 minutes and I'll cut those wings off for you.
Touch me and I'll kill you.
Okay, so Tyson McKay and Fievel, what is it that you would like to do?
Let's just...
Well, there's a handprint.
Yeah, let me just slap my big old sweaty hands all over this rock.
Okay, all over the rock, or,
Where the handprint is, I'm just going to put all four and try and fill in that massive hand gap.
Okay, so you place all four of your hands into the massive hand gap.
God damn it, work.
Yeah, and I say, I have the power.
Okay, you say, I have the power over the gusting winds. Tyson McKay, again, it's hard to hear Fievel. That's what he actually says.
I have a boner? Is that what I hear?
Sure. I leave that up to you.
Good.
Good. So Fievel, as you place your hands into the large hand slot or print, which is on the black stone. The carvings, the etchings, which are jagged and cut deep into the surface of the boulder, begin to light up with glowing light.
I do have the power.
Plus 100 experience points. You also notice that the stone begins to thrum with energy, and in the distance, from the caverns facing forward, which is in a southwestern direction, you hear a loud, piercing shriek.
Oh, God. I grab Fievel and I planeswalk.
Dare you touch the boulder.
Fievel, the winds pick up immensely as if in reaction to you touching the artifact. Please roll me a strength check or be ripped away from the stone.
18?
Okay, so Fievel, you keep your paws firmly pressed against the stone, the winds kind of ravaging around you, this piercing shriek echoing from the caverns facing forward, again in that southwestern direction, pardon me. And Tyson McKay, you said you wanted to grab Fievel and planeswalk, is that correct?
Yeah, I don't know if I've actually used planeswalk this season, but a new development has occurred that me and Noah discussed. I can planeswalk with one other person.
Correct.
Bring the stone too?
This.
No, I don't think I can planeswalk that.
Yeah, planeswalk objects that are attached to his body.
It's part of me now.
It's inside me.
It's not. It's not part of you. No.
I have the power. It lit up. I don't understand.
Okay, Tyson McKay, are you deciding to go to a specific realm, to a specific plane of existence, or are you rather just trying to get out of there quickly and immediately planeswalking to a random plane?
Ooh. Random.
I feel we should go to one that I know, like Vel's would be a good idea.
That will take you time, just to let you know, because you have to focus.
Oh, God.
If you choose to immediately planeswalk, as we've discussed, you can immediately transition through planes or begin your travel immediately without choosing.
Can I start to picture Vel's and trying to go there? Because it's going to take me 30 seconds anyway. And then if something bad comes out of that cave, I'm going to instantly go to a random.
Okay, so Tyson McKay, you begin to focus on the plane of existence which you first traveled to with Vel, the green planeswalker. Tyson McKay, you begin to focus on this plane of existence, trying to take yourself and Fievel Mausentrov there, recognizing that you might be in danger. The winds pick up again, and this time, Fievel, I'm going to need you to roll another strength check or be ripped away from the stone.
A 13?
Okay, Fievel, you are pulled from the stone, and Tyson McKay, we need a strength check from you to hang on to Fievel's large metafolk body being pulled by the great winds.
Oh, fuck yeah, 18.
Okay, so you maintain your hold on Fievel Mausentrov, but you are no longer touching the stone. A shriek pierces again, and with many legs crawling, at first, horizontally, out from the darkness, a massive creature appears. It is huge in size. Potentially larger, you're not sure. And in spite of the fact that these heavy winds are flustered and kind of blustering all around you, the creature, upon skittering out from its domain, flares out these large wings that are heavy and black in color. Its wings do not catch on the winds as violently as you'd think. It shrieks, and the depiction of the creature that you can see in front of you is one of pure horror. The creature has the face and the ears of a bat, similar to the ones that you experienced before, but its body is immensely different. It has 6 large legs, a long roping tail, which is hard and plated, almost like that of, you can imagine like an ankylosaur, dinosaurs that are heavily armored and plated. Its large wings heavily armored and plated as well. Its face instead, though, is that of a humanoid, this time more defined than the creature that you met in the pit.
Oh my god.
Of the previous island. This time, Tol Gron's lurking horror. Sorry, there's a cat screaming. Thank you, Julie.
That's the sound it makes.
No. She's like, no, don't take me. I want to stay. What happens?
She's like, I want to stay here.
As it moves forward, flaring its wings out, it takes its tail, and with these long spikes kind of embedded on the outsides of the tail, slams it down into the stone, anchoring itself, standing upright, legs flying forward, right? Kind of like a horse, like, when they get on their back legs, and their legs kind of move forward. Kick the air, yeah, exactly. The creature does this, getting upright and shrieking a third time. Its shriek is paralyzing Tyson McKay, and that is how it's going to start to open up its turn. The creature is going to use Frightening Screech as you are trying to planeswalk, and any creature that is within 60 feet of it must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or be frightened.
Well, at least he'd run away from the situation then.
17?
Okay, so Tyson McKay, you succeed the screeching horror, the frightening screech of the large creature. Yes, Dabbledob, you're not there, but you have a question.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So he's in sentinel mode, right?
Correct.
Is it possible that he hears that because it's so loud, or no?
No, you do not hear it. You guys are kilometers down the mountain.
Well, I've just figured because, it's super loud and shit.
We're over at the campfire sipping cocoa where they're fighting friggin' Queen Mother up there.
Wonder whatever happened to our friends. That's fine. We need to rest. We got 4 more hours of this.
The marshmallows haven't melted yet. I can't drink my cocoa until my marshmallows have melted to the proper density.
Tell me a story.
Fievel, I am going to need you to roll for the frightening screech as well.
13?
Okay, so Fievel, you fail the frightened condition check. You
My
now have
bloody ears.
disadvantage on your ability checks and attack rolls, and you can't willingly move closer to the source of your fear, just to let you know. And we are on to initiatives. Now, I understand that Tyson McKay, with the creature having screeched, you having succeeded. If you'd like to immediately blink
Yeah,
now.
blink. Let's get out of here.
Blink.
Can't hear anything.
Tyson McKay.
Shut up.
Tyson McKay.
Can't hear that.
Tyson appears down by us. He's like, yeah, guys, you don't want to go up there. It's what happened to Fievel. He's a lost cause, guys. He's gone.
It's like a praying mantis and a mouse, buddy. It is a bloodbath up there. I'll be the first to admit, we fucked up.
Definitely should have went in with the numbers, the whole squad.
Tyson McKay, can you please roll me a D20?
D20? I sure can, buddy. 7?
Not what I want to hear, man.
Well, it's probably for the plane, so it doesn't really matter.
7.
Higher the better,
Good
my
plane,
guy.
man. Good plane.
No, that's not. I rolled high once, and I don't think I went to hell.
Yeah,
You're going to hell either way, my guy.
Plus 300 experience points. Tyson McKay is going to hell.
It's like, listen, there's like maybe 2 good planes. The rest of them are all really terrible.
So, you blink out of existence, traveling through time and space to another realm and plane of existence. Tyson McKay, the plane that you appear on is the quasi-elemental plane of dust.
Oh, okay.
As far as you can see, a sandstorm rages, dunes in front of you and all around you, and a blistering sun overhead. The sun here appears much larger and intense in its heat. It is not burning, but nonetheless it is immensely hot, and you can immediately feel the heat sapping your energy. This quasi-elemental plane of dust was at one point the inner plane, at the intersection of the elemental plane of Earth and the negative energy plane. It is a place of wind, sand, and grit, where living creatures ever decay to dust.
Sounds welcoming.
Hospitable. Number 7, baby.
Number 7, baby.
So, Tyson McKay, you still have your hands...
Number 4 rated on Planes Travel Guide America.
So, Tyson McKay, there are sand dunes all around you, and your hands are still on Fievel. You just went from high winds and lots of rain to relatively high winds with sand blustering all around you, and rather dry, arid environment. What is it that you would like to do?
It's so hot here. Get me out of here.
Yeah, the dude's still frightened.
Is he frightened still?
My ears
The
are
object of
bloody.
his fear is no longer within sight, so, the only thing is he's at disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws and actions when the object of his fear is within sight, like he can see it. So, so his frightened condition does end.
Now he's in a sandstorm. You know how he's deathly afraid of sandstorms.
I did not know that. I did not know that was his backstory.
Of course, yeah.
You guys all swap backstories, eh? Really get into it, know each other super well.
Yeah, I bring out a piece of cheese and I run it under his nose and I say, Fievel, it's okay.
It's like your fucking pet, man. Here's a treat, good boy. Don't be frightened.
Dude's using cheese like smelling salts. Get up there and just crack that under his nostrils.
I know what gets him going.
He's reinforcing positive behaviors.
This is classical conditioning, and it's working wonders.
So, Tyson McKay, I'm going to hand you 350 experience points for evading combat with the large horror upon Tol Grand. You got yourself out of a sticky situation and into the quasi-elemental plane of dust. What is it that you guys would like to do?
Fievel, hang on. We gotta jump one more time. And I concentrate on the Val's plane.
Sorry.
Who's there? Who's coughing in the wind?
Some
Brother
douchebag.
Rioff. I'm coming to get you, you motherfucker.
It's just some sand in my mouth right now.
I planeswalk us to Val's plane.
Okay, fantastic. Tyson McKay, you hang on to Fievel Mazentrov yet again. This time focus on transitioning to Limbo, the plane where Vel had set up his way station outside of the material plane, a place where he did a lot of experimentation, was obviously alone. And are you hoping to, transition or rather plane shift to his house?
Well, that was where I last was in his plane, so yeah, that's where I go.
Okay, fantastic. So, Tyson McKay, you focus on the plane of Limbo and Chaos, focusing on the last place that you were on that plane of existence, which was outside of Vel's collapsed house. Obviously, with the space down below, his actual working and living condition space. Obviously, you know how to get there as well. After nearly a minute goes by, you and Fievel teleport out of existence, transitioning through time and space again, until eventually you breathe in the somewhat odd and miasmic air of Limbo. All around you, you see rocks and clouds swirling overhead. Again, Limbo being this plane of chaos. There are oddly colored plants, vibrant blues and purples and greens all around you. These coral-like rocks surrounding you in this small field outside of Vel's house. The house is quite dilapidated and decrepit. Obviously, it collapsed in some time ago, and there is no one here. You are alone. And Fievel, this is the first time that you've been to Limbo, or rather, is this the first time that he's ever jumped aside from going to that plane of sand?
Yeah, he's the only one that I've ever taken anywhere.
Fantastic.
And you two have Freaky Friday. So Tyson, you're not Fievel, and Fievel, you're not Tyson.
I hate everyone. I want to kill everyone.
Fievel, I'm going to need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
My parents are dead and I still can't get over it.
Plus 500 experience points. That's apt.
Sorry, what am I rolling?
Constitution saving throw, please.
That was a nat 1 for you.
So, Fievel, you unload the contents of your stomach, which is pretty much all the cheese that Tyson McKay's fed you over the last
God.
hour.
It was spoiled.
5-second rule.
You eat that up.
Oh, God. Fievel, don't feel like you need to do that. No, you feel
I ate it
quite
up. I'm an animal.
Okay, so Fievel, you get on all fours and lick up the partly digested cheese that you just vomited.
Well, now it's going to be easier for your stomach.
Pre-loved.
Fievel, you have never planeswalked before, and in the span of a minute and a half, you planeswalked twice. So you are quite disoriented. You feel dizzy, and the air here certainly feels different to breathe. Limbo feels like it's innately magical, and there is a different vibe to the atmosphere around you. Not to mention the fact that there are large boulders and rocks, large parts of Earth moving around in the sky, in addition to the odd flora which you see around you.
I say, Fievel, welcome to the plane of chaos. And I spread out my arms and I say, we will be gods here.
I don't feel so
Fievel,
good, Tyson.
Dabbledob, I suddenly feel like there's less people to split the bounty with.
Whatever the cost,
Okay.
baby. Whatever the cost.
Okay, I'm gonna look for the secret entrance that Vel had, the secret stone to his basement.
Fantastic. So, Tyson McKay, you look for the secret stone. You know the location of it for the basement into Vel's lab, working quarters, and living area as well. Pushing on the stone and the small passageway with the spiral staircase opening up right in front of you, you and Fievel are able to take refuge in the sanctity of Vel's protected laboratory.
Sweet, let's take a rest here, Fievel.
Is this where you got pregnant?
Yeah, this is where I got pregnant. Let's not talk about that.
Wow.
And you're about to get pregnant too, buddy.
Oh my god. Val, no.
I pull out a piece of cheese.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is where we are going to leave things for the day. We have Tyson McKay and Fievel Mazanthrov in the plane of limbo, having narrowly escaped combat with a large horror atop the mountain of Tol Grand, with our heroes trying to get the second artifact they need to get into the Iron Prison, into Tol Angband. We have Dabbledob, Doppet, and Gregory the Warforged, as well as Amara, still taking that long rest that was much required. Now Tyson McKay and Fievel taking one of their own on the plane of limbo. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns before we leave things for the day?
Sorry you didn't get to play, boys.
It's fine. It's well worth my nap. I'm happy I didn't get fucking distracted.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, before we leave things off, I always want to give a big shout out to Die Hard Dice. Check them out at dieharddice.com to get fantastic sets of metal, polymer, and dice trays. Really, really fantastic stuff. I myself, thinking royal, I went with gold and violet, which is a fantastic look with the purple dice tray. In addition to that, we are also sponsored by Elderwood Academy, so check them out at elderwoodacademy.com and on socials. They have fantastic dice, boxes, hex chests, and recently today just saw that they put up a post of hex chests with stone sets of dice. Very, very cool, with quartz and other types of stones that you can get for your dice. So definitely very unique, something cool to bring to the table, and we will be doing giveaways with them shortly, so keep tuned for that. Aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening. Whether it was morning, evening, noon, or night, I just want to say thanks so much for listening to the Dicey D20. This is your DM signing out.
This is your planeswalker preparing Fievel for pregnancy.
Plus 200 experience points.
Oh god.